everybody, how's it going? Venture Brother recap. Before I get into it though, Slate.com recently did a interview with Jackson Public and Doc Hammer. It's really good and worth listening to because it really goes into the thought process behind season 5 and, the future season 6 and maybe even season 7. So, one good thing, season 6 will most likely either be out late 2014, early 2015. We won't have to wait 2.5 fucking years for the next season. Yay. Like, seriously, it's a total trade-off. 6 less episodes a season. That's a really great trade-off for, not fucking taking 2.5 fucking years to make it. And to be fair, they kind of get into why it's like, it takes so long, because it's pretty much them making the entire show themselves. They are the writers, the directors, the storyboarders. They pretty much, Venture Brothers is their baby. And it really is the more shocking and shows you how fucking awesome of fucking writers they are, that this show is pretty much the work of 2 fucking guys, and it's so fucking good. So anyways, into this episode, Mama's Boys. First and foremost, fucking called it. Called that shit. Like, seriously, it was so funny to me watching people talk about, like, who Dean's possible love interest was going to be in this episode, and I was like, it's fucking clear as day that it's going to be Myra. Like, how can you not fucking know that it's going to be Myra? The episode's called Mama's Boys. What else could that be a reference to? So, this might shock some people, especially Haploid Cell. Yes, I saw your tweet earlier. This episode was okay. I put this episode with Sphinx Rising, and it's kind of weird, because usually Doc Hammer's episodes, because he's written both of these. He wrote this one and Sphinx Rising. Usually Doc Hammer's episodes are my favorite, but like for some reason this year they haven't clicked with me. And to be completely honest, like, these aren't horrible bad episodes. Like I said so in my Sphinx Rising episode, and I do think this episode was better than Sphinx Rising. But this one, there's like a lot of questions just kind of like unanswered that kind of annoyed me. And not like questions like who the boy's mother is. More questions like, how did Myra start the cult in the insane asylum? Because he didn't really seem like the kind of person who had a very powerful personality or anything in her original appearance. She was just kind of a crazy fucking cat lady who was on American Gladiators, and in all these subsequent appearances that she's been in flashbacks and stuff, there's nothing really culty about her. So that was like weird. I kind of would have preferred, like, when they had the scene with Radical Left, who, honestly, he is my favorite fucking one-note character of this season. Like, Radical Left is, like, I want to see more of Radical Left. He is awesome. I just love the fucking design of him and the fact that his left half is a left anarchist and his right half is, like, kind of like a more mild-mannered liberal. It's fucking, I love fucking Radical Left. And the Teddy Ruxpin thing, that was fucking brilliant. I notice that's been a lot of people's hang up on this episode is, the whole is like, is Doc really that stupid? Really? Like, he falls for a fucking toy? Is he really that stupid and lonely? And, like, the answer to the first one is not really, because they kind of brilliantly explain that, like, with the little scene between Dermot and Hank, where Dermot's like, right there where you're standing, David Bowie, looking like David Bowie from the 70s, slapped a guy with no arms and legs. And right over there, Brock Sampson killed a guy from Earth C, which may or may not be an alternate universe. So, I love fucking that. Because, yeah, you know what? When you think about it, yeah, like the shit Teddy fucking says, that's not that fucking more far removed from fucking the shit Doc has experienced over his life. His fucking main villain is a dude in a butterfly costume. And the answer to the second question, is Doc that lonely? Yes. Yes, he is. Like his two fucking friends are Billy and fucking Pete. That's pretty much it. Like Dr. Orpheus and maybe Acquaintance. Although Dr. Orpheus does kind of want to be Doc Venture's friend, so which is kind of weird because like Dr. Orpheus actually has his shit together. So maybe Dr. Orpheus is one of those kind of people who's like, they see a stray animal and they have to help it. So he kind of sees Dr. Venture and how fucked up he is. He's like, I have to help him. So, yeah, like the stuff with Myra kind of annoyed me though. Like not just like the cult thing, but also, okay, this insane asylum is for like insane superheroes and supervillains and stuff, and it's ran by the Guild of Calamitous Intent. Why was Myra in there? That didn't make any sense to me. Like, she wasn't a member of the Guild of Calamitous Intent, and it wasn't like, OSI also showed up at the end because there was a fucking, a break in the fucking insane asylum. And with how Hunter is running OSI, if OSI had any kind of connection with this institute, he would have ordered some people there to fucking stop the escapees. But no, like it was run by the guild, so why was Myra there? And also, if this was run by the guild, why were there only regular people there guarding them? Why were they like regular fucking, mental hospital guards? Why weren't they like the strangers? That was weird. So yeah, a lot of the stuff involving Myra just kind of and it didn't really work as good as I thought it could have. But overall, like, it was a pretty good episode. Like, the stuff between Doc and Hatred was brilliant. Like, I fucking laugh every time I see the scene where Doc is like, let me call for help, and he calls Hatred, and Hatred's like, yeah, Doc, I'm right here with you. We're gonna die together. Over. That's fucking great. And then them comparing death confessions and shit. That was awesome. Oh, and the big reveal, Dermot has revealed that he knows, well, partially because of Dr. Orpheus, who showed up to help Dermot in this episode. Dermot knows that Dr. Venture is his father, and he reveals that at the end of the episode in one of probably the best stingers ever. So that was really cool. One thing, though, and this isn't necessarily related to the episode, but I've noticed a lot of people talking about it since Dermot has revealed that he's a Venture, and that's like whether or not Doc actually loves the boys and why he had them and keeps them and stuff. And here's the thing, I really do think Doc loves Dean and Hank and even Dermot. I really do. I think he really has like an affection for them. But he's probably one of those people who he had a fucked up life and honestly just shouldn't be a fucking parent. Like, he doesn't know how to be a parent. Like, it seems to me Doc kind of thinks like the parent's role is being the killjoy fucking kind of guy who gives people chores and shit, which is probably why he was giving Dermot and a lot of them chores and crap. But yeah, I really think he loves them. Yeah, he probably gets annoyed at them. Because let's be honest, he had to spend like how many fucking years recloning them because they kept fucking killing themselves. I'd get annoyed. So yeah, I really do think Doc loves his kids. He doesn't do a great fucking job showing it. One thing I also like too is like, I like how Hank is growing closer to Doc while Dean. I think I probably also mentioned that too. And probably an earlier review, but I really love that dynamic. I love how, like, Hank is getting closer to Doc while fucking Dean is moving away. What else was in this? I like Gary's Jedi Ninja costume. That was really cool. Like I said, there's a lot of things in this, but it's just... One is just, like, the pacing was really fucking weird. That's something I've noticed with a lot of these episodes. Like, the pacing's just... And maybe... I'll be honest, it was a good... it's probably a good thing, because, it took 2.5 fucking years for it to come out. So it's probably a good thing that the premiere was an hour long to kind of give us our Venture Brother fix. But in hindsight, it's like... That kind of fucked up the flow of the rest of the season, because a lot of these episodes, especially the two that I didn't fucking love, Sphinx Rising and Mama's Boys, this one, it's like, they would have been so much better if they were fucking parts of a larger hour-long episode. So, yeah, like, I like it. I mean, it's not a horrible episode, but it's not like any of the other episodes. Well, it's not like most of the episodes of this season, because, Sphinx Rising's kind of like this one, too, where just, it's okay. So, yeah. But, like, again, like, the worst fucking thing I can say about 2 episodes this season, the 2 episodes I didn't love, like, yeah, they're okay. That's my biggest fucking critique of them, is like, these episodes were only adequate. They were not spectacular, and they were not phenomenal. They were only adequate. And that is unacceptable. No, it's acceptable. I mean, every episode can't be like a fucking 10 out of 10. That's just, that's like fucking expecting way too much. So, I'm getting a little rambly now. I think I pretty much covered everything. Good episode, not great.